Hey, Alex. I've almost finished writing the summary for the report.
Perfect.
I'm still unconvinced. So here's a question for you, Alex. How can we do this without killing 3 strikes?
Spencer still hasn't recovered?
He has, but the doctor won't let him fly.
Just as much.
How much longer are you gonna make me wait?
Who's the self-important stiff?
Here, and he really is quite important.
We're connected. Ready now, sir.
I'm Brigadier General Howard Clemens. I'm in charge of this operation. Our objective is to capture an advanced submarine in harbor at Artiglio. The port of Artiglio and the surrounding oil facilities were mostly destroyed by another air operation.
Oh, that port. Seems like such a long time ago.
You've been there?
However, Erusian forces repaired the facilities and used them to resupply and maintenance a massive submarine.
Here's a question. How long do you think this submarine is? If you guess 495 meters, you're right. It also has a width of 116 meters, with a submerged displacement of 810,000 tons. It's a supersized nuclear submarine powered by 2 liquid metal-cooled reactors.
I guess it really is huge. So who's the quiz show host?
David North. I'm an OIA analyst from Advanced Weapons Analysis.
Why isn't he here?
Because he doesn't need to be. He can perform his analysis at his home office.
Ha! We've got ourselves an armchair detective.
Continue.
I've come to call this super submarine the Alicorn. The Alicorn is a submarine, and yet it can stage aircraft operations like a carrier. It also boasts some serious firepower with its 2 main railguns. Their range is over 400 kilometers.
A real monster if there ever was one.
The sub's force projection capabilities are equivalent to a carrier strike group. Furthermore, it can approach underwater or use aircraft and railguns to attack outside the enemy's range. It has an unusual history befitting such a ship. It was launched 4 years ago. However, it went MIA on a sea trial after being outfitted. It was later found at the bottom of the ocean by chance, and of the 356 crewmen, 330 were rescued. Here's the question. For how many days was the Alicorn underwater? It was 698 days.
Whoa. They were down there 2 years?
They were on the seafloor at 15 degrees.
So why are they deploying it to the front lines now?
I suspect it has to do with the loss of an arsenal bird in the IRBM cluster.
Huh. Okay, so we just blow up the damn thing?
We capture it. Don't make me repeat myself. We've had reports from local sources that there are weapons of mass destruction aboard the Alicorn.
Source.
If we can secure that evidence, we'll gain advantage in the peace negotiations post-war.
The Ocean Navy has dispatched a fleet, including a landing ship, to capture the Alicorn. Our mission is to secure air superiority and protect this assault and capture task force.
If we take too long, they'll scuttle the sub. The fleet will commence its actions while we seize the skies.
Wouldn't it be risky to bring the fleet in before we secure air superiority?
That is none of your concern.
So basically, you're putting our fleet in danger for political gains.
They should have taught how to address superiors in boot camp.
An EW squadron will be deployed. Their ESM will be a valuable asset. Stay within their range, and you'll have a significant advantage over your enemies. The ETA for the EW aircraft is the same as HAP.
Only Strider Squadron will sortie.
Well, I have to sit this one out?
Wait, Wiseman, you're not coming?
I'll be assisting the Brigadier General at HQ.
This is by no means a difficult mission. Your squadron commander's absence shouldn't change that.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
It's a requiem. Set off as soon as we're ready. Here we go. Do it with a bang. Understood. Shit. What's up?
Friendly aircraft and EW aircraft will arrive 5 minutes late.
What? Retreat and wait for backup. Retreat not authorized. Gain air superiority at once. Trigger, what now?
Just for aircraft? Just talking nerve. Come on, it's time to find a real fighter pilot.
Trigger's already kicked off the game.
Going in. After trigger.
All aircraft engage, weapons free.
Sir, you didn't tell us there was a change in the H hour. You mean our hotshot put in the last 5 minutes?
Don't slow down. Being late is not an option.
Bandit destroyed. Strider 1, missile away.
On my enemy's tail. I'm hit! Ah! Figure 1. 3 and 4 headed to 305. Head to attack. Figure 2, bandit on your tail. Tail me. Time like you ruined the plane.
Trigger, I'm seeing advanced stealth fighters.
SG-57s, highly capable planes. Stay on your toes if you engage them.
I don't need no Wiseman to fly. Then prove it, Cal. Righto!
Bandit splashed.
Special delivery.
Breaking away. Missile closing on me. Ah! Help me!
Strider 1, missile away.
Air combat's a lot harder without Wiseman. You sure? Our man Tree was an absolute monster just now. I mean, you're dead, Trigger.
Locked on hostile. Enemy detected. Send rescue!
Being outnumbered is tougher than I thought.
Shut your trap and keep shooting.
Shit! Do it with a bang! Hold tight. Just a little longer till the friendlies arrive.
Friendly hit. 150!
On his back.
Thanks, Trigger.
In the air. These guys are good. I'll get to one of my men to the one on the right. We're the last generation of fighter pilots. Show them shots of everything new.
It's not every day you're in a battle like this.
Come on, try me. Nobody's got more combat experience than we do.
Strider Squadron. Enemy aircraft have begun their assault on the fleet. Swiftly secure our air superiority. I know that, but we're outnumbered. Pushing back hard. Enemy's got a lock.
Breaking lock. Evading.
Strider 1, box 2.
Down quite a few. They haven't even made a dent.
Shut up. You see Trigger complaining.
Well, he doesn't talk much, but fine. Here I go.
Let's see how good you are.
Of course. A few sparks are to be expected. Grab me. I'm locked on.
Strider 1, missile away.
Evade that missile.
Hostile behind you. Shake him off, quick.
Yes, EW aircraft and Drake Squadron are here.
I didn't think you'd get her so quickly.
The EW aircraft have strong ESM on board. They can improve your dogfighting capabilities by enhancing missile range, homing, and more.
Any place for pilots or fighting by you might be interested. This is it. This is the battlefield I've been craving.
Strider 1, bandit splashed. Strider 1, missile away.
Drake Squadron, follow me. I'll show you how the pros do it.
Copy that. Show us what they got. Going up. Going up.
Target is down.
Grade 5 engaging.
Range.
I get targeted the moment I try to close in on their ship. They're only human. They'll tire out soon enough.
Trigger splash the hostile.
Good. The ESM's improving your aircraft's dogfighting capabilities.
Take down the EW aircraft. They're getting us trouble. These guys are well trained.
That would have been way too close if it wasn't for Trigger.
Enemy missile detected. Breaking off. Try to run. Enemy on the lock. Look who we've got here. This planet I may be past that line, but we're no pushovers. Yeehaw! Here we go, cowboys. Surround them.
We're not fighting UAVs. It's just as hard on them as it is on us.
Fly what you got for one last up. That was a fine fast fight, brother. Drum that. The flight calculator's not going to be enough to beat 3 strikes. Can't afford to lose our EW aircraft.
Entering ESM range.
See you later, cowboy. Breaking off so you can WAV can copy. Going down! Afraid don't need a fake kid. Knows our proper skills. What's the coordinates? On my enemy's tail.
Target acquired. Missile launched.
Got 3 strikes my sight. Gonna take him down for one last moment of glory. My weakness is if he's all 3 strikes. I can't stop crippling.
Multiple aircraft approaching this airspace. They're Harriers.
Any moves to attack our fleet must be stopped.
All right.
He's not dropping a cent easy. Flying on 5, not 50.
I don't even have time for a snack on this operation.
Just wait. I'll get you a break in a second.
Thanks.
The bird over there flies pretty well. Didn't think pilots of that caliber were still around.
Only fire an aircraft approaching the submarine. Leave the rest to our boys in the air.
Target is hit. Harrier destroyed. Nice work. Those fighters are after the fleet. Go take care of the rest.
Damn it! Missile hit!
Target is down.
We're taking casualties.
Police friendlies engaged in dogfights. No control. Returning to base. Don't forget to tell the mechanics you seem to have a problem every time 3 strike shows up. Anti-air station. Target enemy aircraft.
I should have switched spawns then. Missile hit.
Protect the landing strip at all costs. Shield it with your eyes.
Harrier 2s have all been destroyed. Good job. Great work. Their rings are thinning. At last, the light at the end of the tunnel. Continue with your mission.
Command duty officer. The approaching landing ship is to be considered hostile. Set it as your target.
Roger. Set primary target to hostile landing ship Puffin.
Our target is the captain of the Puffin, Robert Mary.
Captain.
Ah, you don't see it. Gunnery is about killing the people on board.
Detecting hostile barrage jamming. They brought EW aircraft. I'm displaying the jammed area on your radars.
Yes! This is the air combat I've been waiting for! Don't really care about the sub and just want a good fight, huh?
Missile's not homing in properly.
When in range of enemy jammers, missile lock-on and homing capabilities are reduced.
This is gonna be trouble.
Trigger took down the enemy EW aircraft.
Are you sure? Damn sure. It's 3 strikes.
Trigger, you're being jammed. Stay alert.
Alert! Alert!
Target acquired. Effects of friendly ESM are negated inside the enemy's jamming zones. Be careful.
No magic allowed, huh?
We're gonna make sure it doesn't come to that.
Past the 3rd checkpoint. We're halfway there. Some happened to all ships. Change formation. Full speed ahead. Move in front of the landing ship Puppet. We're going to be their shield. Hit a hornet's nest.
All aircraft be advised. Enemy strike fighters are on the approach. They're fullbacks, definitely faster than the ones before.
Pose a serious threat. Take them down.
Righto. Trigger, let's get this done quick.
You see the size of that sub? Why the hell was it not in action all this time?
You're in the enemy's jamming zone. Be advised, enemy aircraft nearing the landing ship. All enemy EW aircraft confirmed destroyed.
That's good news.
Ready? Fire! sequence failed. Incoming.
The landing ship is under attack. Keep the enemy away from our ships.
Target eliminated. Go to work.
Looks like we'll have that beast captured in no time.
They'll be happy to see us. Spent 2 years at the bottom of the ocean. They wouldn't want to go back to that.
I see 3 strikes. I'll kill you.
All aircraft be advised. 2 bogies on the approach. Aircraft type, Su-47.
Burkitts. The ocean doesn't have many of those. Where'd they come from?
Hey, Rage, can I kill him now? I've waited long enough. Use the confusion and get on a 6. Like a true villain, huh? I like the way you think. I'm seeing on my tail. Taking fire. Woo! Idiots, ignore their illusions. Don't call me an idiot. I'd kill you if you weren't my brother.
Bogey shot down an illusion bird.
What do you mean?
There are no more reinforcements. They must be hostile. You are clear to engage. Don't hesitate.
I'm gonna screw you up so bad.
Who are these guys?
They're neither Ocean nor illusion. They're just filthy bats.
Right, Scream. Keep them hanging. Okie dokie. It's hit me, dude! The bastard hit me! Return the favor, kill that 3 strikes. I'll kill him. I'll kill him, alright. Shit. Scream. Spilling out. God damn it! 3 strikes. I will have you. You will die! What? Hey, what are you doing? Am I hearing things?
No, I hear it too.
Burn so fast. You will not have time to piss your pants.
Hey, those filthy bats are on the run. Let them go.
That bitch was using OC's radio frequency. That's an encrypted military channel.
There's nothing to worry about now. Focus on the mission at hand.
I'm gonna open this guy up.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
With your eyes. Protect his maneuvers. Let's go.
Missile away.
Strider 1, enemy has a lock.
Strider 1, missile. Target hit.
Trigger shot down at Su-57.
Strider 1, bandit splash.
Trust your aircraft.
Enemy's got a lock.
Strider 1, missile away. Strider 1, you're taking fire. Target acquired. Strider 1, bandit splashed. Additional hostiles confirmed. We're detecting surface-to-ship weapons teams around the sub. Eliminate them.
So many of our fighters. Our allies are keeping them busy. Now's our chance to attack. Break right now!
Missile launched.
They're not retreating. The submarine must mean the world to them.
Strider 1, target destroyed. Target shot down.
Come on, one round in the hole and we'll stick it.
A friendly shot down the Su-34 approaching the fleet. We owe you one. Captain, it's 3 strikes and his crew. They've tied down the enemy bird. Our men just might make it through.
Be advised, enemy ground forces are preparing to strike.
Stay in formation.
Lead fire. Launcher.
Receiving support from ESM. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Strider 1, target destroyed.
No!
Missile incoming, break!
That's also a bunch of friendly aircraft. They doing okay up there? Destroy the target.
All ground targets destroyed.
This takes away the enemy's surface-to-ship capabilities. Fine work, Trigger.
Captain,
Shot
they're
down.
ready for takeoff, sir. They're prepared to sacrifice their lives to carry the cargo. Beautiful. Captain, don't lose sight.
Minds are not to be sound out with senseless cruelty. Helping must be sacrificed to put them to rest.
Super capacitors charged.
Great.
Target in sight. Main gun manned and ready. We can destroy their lead ship. We can sink their planes along with it.
down. 2 minutes remaining.
Strider 4, Fox 2.
Let the LRSSC take care of the enemy aircraft. Strider 1's left the bed.
Strider 1, missile away.
Yeah, that was a pretty much huge.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Missile.
Strider 1 got one.
Missile.
Receiving support from ESM. Missile away.
Locked on!
Go one.
Got this. 3 strikes in a squadron are with us.
Target shot down. 1 minute remaining. Strider 1, missile launched. Target hit.
Missile. Missile.
Hostile confirmed destroyed.
Missile.
Strider 1, missile away.
Missile. Missile.
Alcorn, do you copy? We cannot stop the approaching enemy landing ship. Scuttle and assault immediately. Fools. As of now, this boat no longer belongs to the Erosion military. What do you say? Don't you see?
Buffin, this is Lancaster. Enemy's resistance is dwindling and we've almost secured air superiority.
Copy, copy. Commencing capture operation.
The rest is all yours, Captain. Now I can finally have my sausage rolls.
That's the kind of food you eat up there?
Of course, anything other than finger food would get in the way of my duties.
That clearly wasn't what she meant. Took longer than I expected. I'll be leaving now. You take command from here on. Well done, pilot. Then slow ahead both engines.
Landing ship puppet to all active units. Enemy submarine has started moving.
Commence firing. Men guns commence fire.
Bearing 180, cruising at 5 knots. Movement on the deck. It's their aircraft.
Alicorn fired on her with the railguns. The landing ship's on fire. It's gonna sink.
Confirming launch of submarine-based aircraft. 4 bird. It appears one of them is carrying a cruise missile.
What?
What in the world?
What happened? Listen up. You need to take that bird down. Hurry!
Patch me in. Do you hear me? David North here. There's a possibility the cruise missile is a WMD.
Shit! Hey, what about the submarine?
We've got to help our ship first.
Don't lose them. Shoot them down.
Shit!
Open vents. Fill all ballast tanks. Full speed ahead once we're underway.
Trigger's caught up to them.
Scrap them, Trigger.
Enemy submarine is going under.
Shit!
That monster will roam the oceans. 40,000 meters until the aircraft exits the AO.
The alert works. This will have to end this hideous war in a definitive and elegant manner.
Got one.
A conflict without a restoration of balance and judgment.
Hand it down.
And it will be done with reason from beginning to end. Yeah.
Target's destruction confirmed.
Seems he was down by 3 strikes. The damn bastard ruined it. Captain, don't you see? He walked all over it with his dirty boots, over the crisp white sheets of my bed that I had just made. Let's have him assist in the next plan. It'll make a fine sideshow for our scheme to kill 1 million people. Or was it the plan to save 10 million lives, Command Duty Officer?
Here we go. Do it with a bang.
Understood.
Shit. What's up? Friendly aircraft and EW aircraft will arrive 5 minutes late.
What?
Retreat and wait for backup.
Retreat not authorized. Gain air superiority at once.
Trigger, what now?
More aircraft? Just talking earth. Come on, it's time to find a real fighter pilot.
Trigger's already kicked off the game.
Going in. After trigger.
The operation has been completed. Stand by for further orders.
Hold on. We still don't know who those bats were. Why were they after Trigger? They were using OCS radio frequency. You mean they're on our side?
Impossible. They didn't respond to our IFF. Or maybe they were there to settle a personal score. There's nothing unusual about being shot in the back by an ally.
Guess it might have been that way where we came from, but you know what I'm saying, Trigger?
Everyone, here's a question.
That's enough. Remove him from the call.
Wait, don't hang up on me yet. How did they know that we had intelligence on their weapons of mass destruction? They never would have taken such actions if they didn't know.
They have a spy.
Better to be suspicious than not, I suppose.
At the very least, we'll have to assume from here on out that they know everything that we do.
Another question, Alex. Captain Mateus Torres, the captain of the Alicorn. What is his goal?
There are 21 likely targets. The number of main routes
Wrong.
to the targets is 2,405.
You're being too logical.
Want me to define main?
Alex, can you be more sensory?
What do you mean?
Make me a collage of Torres's quotes. Work freely. Keep my hypothesis in mind.
Life taken by cheap kills of forward projectional sea power.
No good.
No good.
Alex. All right, let's go on. Try to be a little more sensuous.
Monstrous, 16,752. And salvation of passivity.
Okay.
Vulgarity of 6 per minute of forward security.
Good.
Will of nuclear retaliation on death. 160 millimeter guidance where massacre is placed by mass planning.
More logically.
Salvation of 10 million. An elegant massacre upon the Cage continents.
Stop. That's correct, or is it?
David, I've built a model of Captain Torres and 3 strikes. Based on your hypothesis and mission parameters
from the past, I ran a precision combat simulation. But it failed.
Bummer. Why didn't it work?
Reasons in sensuous order are: 1. Your hypothesis is trash. 2. The parameters you gave me are trash.
Did I do something to tick you off?
3. Captain Torres is a singularity.
So the values diverge. But what about this one? 4. 3 strikes is a singularity.
That's outside the confidence interval. The possibility that it's 1, 2, or 3 is 99%.
What?
Significance is high.
Try this. This is 3 Strike's data before he's assigned to the LRSSG.
The Erusian military is gathering its remaining naval forces at Anchorhead Bay. Apparently, they're even bringing in ships from the Mothball fleet. This is probably to reinforce their naval power in preparation for the showdown in Farbanti. We've received intel that the Alicorn will also be joining them.
From which source, Brigadier General? There's a possibility the Alicorn's former crew have been tasked with sabotage.
Your job is to analyze the enemy's weaponry. From now on, speak only when authorized. I don't hear a response.
May I be authorized to speak first, sir?
When we're done, I'll be talking to your superiors. Here's your mission. LRSSG is to raid Anchorhead, carry out airstrikes on Anchor Bay to the north and Dockyard Bay to the south, inflicting all possible damage. If we can strip the port of its naval functions, we can also prevent the submarine from joining forces.
The area around Anchorhead is Erusian territory. To delay hostile detection, you will sortie in small numbers and make your way in at super low altitudes.
Small sortie. Who's going?
Count, Lanza, Hujan, and Trigger. 4 aircraft from Strider Squadron will be deployed.
Well, all right, I got this.
To cover our lack of numbers, we're giving you plenty of opportunities to resupply. Look here. We've set up multiple return lines. Make full use of them to resupply and change armaments. Also note that the enemy will not be able to mount a defense immediately after detecting them. Use this window to destroy high-threat targets. That should make things much easier for you.
It should also raise the survival rate.
Survival rate, huh?
The element of surprise and resupplying are the key. Beyond that, I just need a couple of pilots who will stick to my orders. We don't need an ace to succeed. Got anything to say? Good.
Brigadier General.
That is all.
David, go on.
Let me share the career of Mateus Torres, captain of the submarine Alicorn. Does anyone know how his people hailed him?
A bit unfair to provide us with next to no hints, don't you think?
Fair enough. The hero of Cumberth Harbor is the answer. He was a captain of the battleship Tanager at the time of the Continental War. It led Aegir Fleet, the Invincible Armada. But when the fleet was destroyed at Cumberth Harbor, so was his ship.
Yet, he's the hero?
He was able to bring most of his crew home with accurate damage control and precise evacuation orders. Then there's the accident with the Alicorn. Many believe that if they stay with him, they'll live. Transfer from surface to underwater is unusual. However, considering his skill and reputation, along with the fact that the Alicorn is no ordinary submarine, it all makes sense.
It'll be a difficult mission to carry out with 4 aircraft. Still, I'd like to add one more to the mission conditions.
What, you want to make it even harder?
I want 100% survival rate for the sortie. Any other number and the mission will be considered a failure.
Fighter Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Luco, I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger, but the juicy targets are all mine.
Emergency! 4 bogeys! ETA 2 minutes!
Nice, Trigger. There's no enemy movement yet.
Gobble up all the high-value targets. Forget about your manners.
Never had any of those to begin with.
Had to stay behind last time. This is gonna be a walk in the park. It's a good warm-up to get back in the game.
AA defense system was destroyed before it was activated. This'll make things easier later.
Major General Clemens, about 3 strikes. Sure we'll get a positive result this time?
Wiped out.
Yes, Lieutenant General Shepard. Operation Dominoes is going as planned.
Launched. 30% of observed enemy forces destroyed.
Great. Keep it up.
We ain't done eating yet. Ain't that right, Trigger?
They're gone. That means we have less than half our forces left.
We let them go to be on our asses later.
Resistance from enemy air defense is confirmed. Keep on dining. Just don't pay for it.
Righto.
Begin firing SAMs. Fools. They think they've already won. Now's our chance. Now time for a counterstrike.
Should have brought my air-to-ground missiles.
The bomb would work fine. Still wipe them out with one hit.
Sir, there's a few of them. They've done damage to the fort and ship. Command won't accept this report. Do whatever it takes to shoot them down. There's too few of them. Look order.
Missile away.
There's nowhere to run inside the bay.
Enemy vessel destroyed.
If we can get him here, we'll be able to save a lot of noise in Fort Monty.
Okay. Hiding on these ships.
Destroy the target.
There aren't that many. Aim carefully and take them down. Right now. Not a drill. I repeat, not a drill. Have our ships soaked or stalled. Somebody do something about those bastards up there. Counterattack, no.
How many are there? Like 1,000 enemies against the 4 of us?
You probably need to multiply that by 10.
That's fine by me.
How many ships in port are still operational? Ludicrous. They'll pull the port with scrap metal at this rate.
Trigger, get on the return line if you need to. There's no need to wait until you've emptied your weapons bag.
Lieutenant General Shepard, we have a status report. 50% of the enemy forces have been neutralized. That's mostly the work of 3 strikes. Just an operation that doesn't rely on our aid pilot. You won't have many on board, unless you can convince them that we don't need 3 strikes.
Target's destruction confirmed.
Yes, sir.
Fox 2.
Use the 30mm on incoming enemy aircraft! I'm actually getting used to flying like Trigger.
Don't let your guard down, guys. 100% survival rate. Let's go.
Yeah, we're all going home together.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Get some of pneumonia! The order is to abandon ship!
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed.
Awesome. Keep it up, Trigger.
Target enemy aircraft. Fire!
Target has been destroyed.
This is Tucker 04, requesting airstrike on the helicopter carrying our target.
Not failing yet.
Target is Vice Chief of Naval Ops, Rear Admiral Samuel Prynn, sending coordinates.
All aircraft, we've data linked the intel we received from our recon team. If you have a visual on the target, shoot it down. Radio chatter in that area has quieted down. Try a different location, Trigger. It looks like there are delicacies on other tables as well.
Bonza has the southern port to himself. Don't think he can go it alone.
Trigger, let's go.
Ships.
This is Shepard. Team 3 Strikes is showing a stellar performance. Osea has much need of him. That is the unanimous conclusion of those in this room. not the result I predicted. I'm sorry, sir.
All right. We've wiped out most of their forces in the urban area.
I still see some ships moving. Trigger, let's go for those.
There's no need to go through the whole menu. Focus on the juicier targets.
Roger that. Here we go, Trigger. Came in for a picnic. Found ourselves a miracle. I thought you said this was going to be a walk in the park?
You take walks to, well, walk. But a picnic, you have to eat.
You don't have to tell me which you prefer. It's a shipyard over there.
This port is home to multiple enemy fleets. Probably too much for Lanza's poor stomach.
Damn straight. Trigger, count. Lend me a hand, will you? And let Trigger hog the spotlight.
That's a lot of ships lost. We're gonna make a fortune once the war's over. Buy stock in salvage companies while you can.
Confirming additional hostile ground forces. Strider 1, target acquired.
Taking fire! Get away from that missile!
4 MiG-31s approaching. They're fast. These guys are interceptors. Bearing 310, altitude 2,000.
Right time until our rear catches up. Stay back. You're not equipped for air to air. Missile gun. Engaging. Let's go help the survivors.
Enemy's got a lock.
Say goodbye. They got a beat on you.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
We've reduced enough of the enemy forces. Job well done.
That prime rib and truffle soup sure were good. But hold on, lunchtime's not over yet. Go grab some desserts.
I knew you'd say that.
Bandits coming from the northwest. They're in large numbers. 8 Su-37s.
Warfighters exiting super low altitudes for bearing 015. We have a report that 3 strikes is among them. We have no further intel. Sorry, we couldn't detect the port.
Roger that. Leave it done. Ashley Squadron, EL Squadron, clear to engage.
Missile!
Already bought us time. Don't waste it.
This is Tucker 04, requesting airstrike. Sending coordinates.
Control, returning to base. I've heard about you. You always have aircraft problems to be striking around. No joke. I lost control.
Your aircraft destroyed the entire port? You must be hallucinating.
It's not hallucination, it's a nightmare!
Target destroyed. Strider 1, 88 gun destroyed. Hostile ships approaching from the southeast. It's a large fleet, Aegis vessel Metis and battleship Dystonia numbering among them.
To fight a pristine fleet. After all that?
Let's do this.
Reach the CIC.
If it weren't for the bad weather, we would have been caught there. Prepare for anti-air combat.
Mortar drone has reached the target.
Captain, we're starting to guide an artillery fire drill.
Command to the officer. What do you think will turn drill into a real war? You don't see it, do you? It's imagination. So use your imagination, my fellow submariners. A single shell will save 10 million lives.
Begin drill. Ready for anti-air combat. 3 strikes is performing well above our expectations. You sound downright ecstatic. All right, Trigger, let's go get him.
You're gonna regret the lead of your threats.
Push it! Missile inbound! Watch 2. Locked on. This one's a goner.
Watch 2. Bandit acquired.
Missile launched. Evade! Keep up the fire. Don't let them split in.
Target hit.
Hostile behind me!
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is Control Tower. The runway is clear? Hey, heads are okay. Here it comes! Wait for impact!
Can't see him.
Additional UAVs on radar.
Pretty shabby for a reinforced.
Stay sharp. There's something amiss.
Strider 1, you're taking fire. Strider 1, missile away.
Behind the enemy.
Bombs away. Strider 1, target destroyed. Warning, incoming high-speed projectile.
Projectile?
It's the terminal guidance. Get away from that UAV.
What do you mean?
Contact imminent.
Salvation!
Impact the UAV's coordinates.
Shit, I'm hit.
What? What happened?
More on the way.
What in the world?
You alright?
Fire incoming. Distance 50,000. It's adjusting its course.
Trigger, get away from it.
Distance 30,000. Contact imminent.
Trigger, you hanging in there?
Excellent. Salvation. The death of a million is a necessity.
Analysis shows the projectile was a railgun shell. Currently determining the launch site.
They're shooting from beyond the horizon. That's why they need the UAV for terminal guidance.
We'll data link the predicted explosion radius from now on.
Damn it. You're telling me to leave my teammates behind.
Illusion, head back. I want that 100% survival rate.
Roger that. I'm pulling out.
We got the rest covered.
I'm counting on you.
All hostile ships in the vicinity have been destroyed. Taking on this much naval power is an astonishing feat.
Not bad at all, Trigger. Shaking off enemy lock.
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break!
Get your pal.
Strider 1, bandit on your tail. Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact. Projectile exploded in the distance. Must be a failsafe.
Bingo. Looks like we found a solution.
Alright, all aircraft, follow Trigger's example if you can.
Well, that's easy for you to say.
Strider 1, bandit splashed. Strider 1, missile away.
Trigger, enemy has a lock on you.
Tucker 04 to Lancaster. We need you to attack the designated heli.
Missile away. Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact. Strider 1, bandit splashed. Projectile exploded. It's gone. 3 minutes remaining.
Locked on!
Target confirmed down. In 10 years, Vice Commander of the 7th Destroyer Squadron, Tom Von...
Strider 1, this is Control Tower. Strider 1, this is Control.
In 10 years, Vice Commander of the 7th Destroyer Squadron, Tom Von Lee, will be in charge of the Iranian Navy. Well, would have been, actually.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Bandit on me!
Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact. Projectile exploded. It's gone. Missile away. 2 minutes remaining.
That bandit is still on your back!
Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Enemy has a lock!
Imagine.
The shell exploded. It's off the grid. Strider 1, missile away. Target is down. Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
1 million lives gone.
target. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
Happening? This is Courtman. Striker check to original rotation. Down 2.
2 lives each.
Also, there's a rumor going around with the military. 3 strikes in the sky is a sign of a new omen.
3 strikes. He likes the drive.
Missile launched.
Imagine we're just about to be killed. What am I going to be killed, you ask? Because the
Lost its target.
to torment you, to burn you, to rip you apart. It was for your sins, your actions, and your vengeance. There has to be a reason. 3 strikes has none of that. I do. You see it through, duty officer. You don't.
Fox 3. Enemy shell detected. 10 seconds to contact. Target designated by Tucker 04 exited the combat zone. Getting our contacts. Additional hostile aircraft detected.
On my target. Letting her rip.
Hostile eliminated. That's the way to do it.
Well done. We've managed to hit the Erusian Navy's fleet and command structure pretty hard.
That was definitely a free lunch if there ever was one.
Mission complete. Return to base. Withdraw from the operation airspace. You completed the mission, but it's not done until you return home.
Arrogant bastard.
Stand by. Warning. 2 bogies inbound. Bearing 090. Su-47s.
Lanza! Missile! Behind you!
Strider 1, this is Control. Strider 1, this is Control Tower.
Lanza!
Strider 3 is hit.
Good. Now we have less goons to deal with. Do it, Scream. That's those damn bats.
Engage to let Strider 3 escape. We're calling off the withdrawal.
Both of you, watch out for their missiles. The missile alert didn't go off in time. Hit me as soon as I heard it.
It may be that the enemy's missiles have stealth capabilities. The missiles may hit you immediately after your missile alert goes off.
So that's the trick. Calling out to unidentified aircraft. Cease combat immediately and withdraw. Done.
Brigadier General Clemens is radioing enemy aircraft on Ocean channels.
Too late. Trigger's already started. I repeat, withdraw. Don't want anyone thinking we screwed up. 3 strikes is going down. They're responding. You goddamn idiots.
You call me an idiot again, I'll kill you.
You siblings can go to hell together. Brother and sister?
We need to take them out.
Consider it done. Good, you're on their 6. It's 2 on 2, Trigger. We can't lose.
Sorry, I can't count. It's 2 on 1.
Who you calling a wuss?
Our reputation once you're finished. Scream! Damn it! You paid for this 3 strikes!
Only 1 left. We run them down together. But the death blow will be from you, Trigger.
Oh, I'll kill him, all right.
Projectile detected. 10 seconds to contact. There may only be 1 left, but don't let your guard down.
Let's finish this once and for all, Trigger.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you!
You psycho.
You paid for this 3 strikes!
He's definitely lost his mind.
Don't let the enemy's emotions make you lose your cool.
I don't pity him. Not 1 bit.
How dare you! She was my one and only!
Strider 1 is splashed control. Projectile guidance terminated.
What makes you a hero? We tried to be heroes too. We really tried. You're dead.
No room for hesitation, Trigger. We've flown through much worse than this.
Ah!
know you're with me.
Projectile exploded. It's gone.
I'll kill you.
Target hit. Target hit.
Here we go, Scream. We do this together.
Detecting shell in flight. 10 seconds to contact.
I can't do this alone, but if I have you with me...
Marker drone down. Railgun shell lost its target. Strider 1, locked on target.
Scream!
That's a hit. We got the bat.
Take that, asshole! Scream! 3 strikes! It's just as I imagined. No matter what we do, this is how we end. But know this, 3 strikes. I'd rather go to hell than live in a world shaped by you. So yeah, we'll be heading there now.
Unidentified aircraft, eject. Eject now.
I gotta catch up to her.
Stall warning.
The bat's blip has disappeared from our radar. At that altitude, it likely has crashed.
Serves them right. Yes. The problem has been eliminated.
Meet us at the drop-off point. 3 strikes has removed all Strangler Erosion forces. That did make for a good sideshow.
I have no doubt that the plan to save 10 million lives will lead Erusia to true victory.
Stop thinking so small. It's salvation on a far grander scale.
I can almost touch the water.
Altitude restriction lifted. Begin up.
The food at this party served buffet style. Pick whatever dish you like before the host mounts a resistance.
Luco, I'll eat their hearts out.
Sorry, Trigger, but the juicy targets are all mine.
Emergency! 4 bogeys! ETA 2 minutes!
Fusion, no, stop it! Hey, chill.
Fusion, stand down. Sit.
Shit, my cola.
The fleet at Anchorhead was eliminated, and we prevented the submarine from joining forces. The unidentified aircraft were shot down too. The mission was a complete success.
Complete success, my ass.
Brigadier General, it sure seemed to me like the bats knew you pretty damn well.
You seem to be confused. Report in for a medical check. We'll decide if you're still fit for service based on the examinations. Cut it! That's enough! Get the MP!
He's right. Get the MP.
Vice Chairman Edwards of the Joint Chiefs of Staff?
The Alicorn slipped into Anchorhead Bay after the mission was completed, using the confusion for cover. It resupplied quickly and escaped unharmed. Their goal was not to join forces. It was to resupply using the window we created by chasing away the Erusian forces. We did their bidding, albeit unknowingly. But the problem runs deeper than our lack of tactical acumen. Analyst North, explain for us.
Of the crew caught in the submarine accident, 330 men made it back alive. Of them, 300 are still in the sub today. Our intel has led us to believe that some or all of the 30 men who left the sub are now working as agents for the Alicorn. Sabotage, espionage, cyber propaganda, dissemination of false intel. Brigadier General, do you recognize the name Edgar Saxon, or Zool, as he used to go by? He is a former member of the Alicorn's crew, and your source of intel.
You are a fool, Brigadier General Clemens. Not only that, the radio communications during the mission suggest you are a traitor.
Sir, if you check with Lieutenant General Shepard, you'll understand that this is all just a misunderstanding.
The Lieutenant General claims you were responsible for handling all aspects of the mission. Now, let me say that again. Get the MP.
No need for that. Piece of shit.
we've acquired important intel from the mission. For example, the shells from long-range anti-air fire came in on depressed trajectories. Look, the estimated energy output of the railgun is 500 megajoules at least. Fired at minimum energy trajectory, range is over 3,000. They hit a powerful rail cannon aside from their main guns.
It's almost like Stonehenge.
A mobile Stonehenge.
And also, this. The Alicorn was in harbor at Anchorhead for approximately 10 minutes. They couldn't have loaded SLBMs. They loaded something smaller.
Smaller?
What is smaller and yet a powerful weapon?
Tactical nukes.
Close. The answer is tactical nuclear shells.
Nuclear shells?
No way.
Hey, he got that question right.
Nah, I missed the shell part.
Quiet!
They'll likely attack our bases on the East Coast.
Their target's ORED, the Ocean capital.
They want a nuclear war?
Here's a question. What's a situation where nuclear deterrence doesn't work?
Quiz guy, I've had enough of this.
Oh, only if terrorists have the nukes.
Correct.
Damn, Scald.
Hey, I'm good at trivia games.
But we're after an Erusian submarine, not terrorists.
No, he's right. HQ tells me Erusia's justification is that the Alicorn mutinied. As such, the Erusian military cannot be held responsible for the submarine's actions.
Damn.
So they intend on dropping a nuke on the Ocean capital of ORED.
Here's a question for you, analyst. Just exactly who are we fighting?
Correct term is terrorist, or irregular military, but I have a different name for them. An enemy to be stopped at all costs.
Correct.
Some individuals are exempt from rules that should apply to everyone. A hero is suddenly a risk factor the moment the war is over. So you murder him. Crude, but effective. In reality, they've no need for living heroes, just dead ones. Here's a question, Alex. Can we stop Captain Mateus Torres?
Depends on if you treat the captain or 3 strikes as a singularity.
Both are. What happens when 2 singularities exist on the same field?
That requires 7 months calculation with current resources.
We'll just have to trust the guys in the field.
David, evacuate.
No, I still have to finish up here.
The Erusian military finally sent part of the Alicorn specs. Its basic capabilities listed here were as we predicted. What's interesting is this over here. In addition to main guns, they have a 600mm 128 caliber rail cannon. The barrel exceeds 70 meters. Its range is over 3,000 kilometers. That matches what we calculated from the bombardment on Anchorhead Bay. The mini nuke they seem to have obtained has a yield of 1 kiloton. It'll destroy anything within a 400-meter radius of ground zero. Casualties are to be in the tens of thousands.
I know some things are better left unsaid, but let me say it. That's less damage than I expected.
Nice catch. Do you remember this speech?
This vote has the means to end this hideous war in a definitive and elegant manner. The world shall be horrified by the number of lives we will take. Only then will they let go of their weapons. Weapons that would have taken the lives of 10 million.
The imagery invoked by those words and the actual predicted damage just don't match.
So, here's a question.
Sorry, got no quizzes for you today. They will launch the nuke on September 19th.
Why are you so sure?
Because that's the anniversary of the end of the Continental War. Anti-war demonstrations and victory parades are in full swing in ORED. There's about 1 million participants in total. That number will rise on the anniversary. However, this nuke isn't that powerful. They'd have to thread through the eye of a needle to achieve their desired result.
Terminal guidance would be needed.
Right. How do they intend to achieve it when even GPS won't work?
You're all thinking too much. If we sink the submarine, it's problem solved.
Crude, but effective.
Crude?
All right, look at this. The Alicorn's expected course. We know it was off Anchorhead Bay, and it has to get to ORED within range before September 19th. They must avoid being detected by Osea, its allies' sound surveillance system, and ships. Taking into account its maximum operating depth, this is the only possible route. The Alicorn will move along the Azalea Seamount chain and reach a rather blandly named body of water called PX-80443. The waters here are shallow due to an undersea mountain range and nearby islands. This is where it'll be. We also know roughly when they'll arrive in the area.
Quite the prediction you have.
Indeed, but if it makes it through, then you're looking at P&E Trench. The sub's max operating depth is 600 meters. Tracking it would be impossible.
Right. Now I'm going to give you the mission details, so listen up. Our mission is to cooperate with the patrol aircraft to find the Alicorn. In the first phase of the mission, multiple patrol aircraft will drop sono buoys to build a sono buoy barrier. Then, in the second phase, we narrow down the possible location of the Alicorn by analyzing the data obtained from the sono buoys. The results of our analysis will be data linked and shown on an overlay on your radars. And for the final phase, Trigger, you're gonna look for the submarine. We acquired one special MAD, a magnetic anomaly detector, for this. It'll be on Trigger's plane. Fly over where we expect the Alicorn might be. If the submarine is right beneath you, your MAD will detect it. You'll also have nautical charts on your radars, so use them. Once it's found, our fleet will commence a unified attack with ass rocks and sink it.
And if we miss?
4 ships will be joining the operation. There won't be a second salvo.
So who's flying, Wiseman?
Everyone except myself. Oh. This is an order. Now get your fat asses moving.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Well, it's time for some treasure hunting, Trigger.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
Hey, stop screwing around.
Don't be such a hothead, Agent.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's time for some treasure hunting, Trigger.
Oh boy, I'm excited.
Hey, stop screwing around.
Don't be such a hothead, Ocean. We all know what'll happen if we screw up.
This is Patrol Aircraft Sector 1. We'll deploy the sonar buoy barrier. We're all prepared to buy the farm, and that's why there's so many of us. According to calculations, just one needs to fly to locate it.
Those aren't the sort of calculations we like, are they, Trigger?
Damn right. Same for the rest of us, too.
They're here as predicted. Detecting hostiles. They're definitely aircraft from the Alicorn.
Trigger, you take the lead. The patrol aircraft must be protected. All aircraft, follow Trigger.
Wilco.
Understood.
Understood. Roger.
Understood.
3 strikes of rebels in the killing. Catch him while he's at it. Rip those weak tops that degenerate!
Strider 2, engaging. Strider 3, engaging. Cyclops 2, engaging. They must have been waiting for us in the air.
David, here's a question. How many aircraft can the Alicorn carry?
20 to 30, depending on the type of aircraft. With unconfirmed intel, could be more. With 3 strikes, you could reduce them to a single digit.
20% of sonar buoys dropped. Situation report. Debris from the downed aircraft is landing in the water.
Let me know if the bodies, I mean the debris, stops raining.
We're detecting additional UAVs. Intercept them.
So there were more hiding.
Trigger, can you get him?
Enemies locked on. Breaking. Adios, buddy.
Missile launched.
Hey, you're an angel. Okay, I'm right behind him.
Submarines underwater. Pilots and sacrificial lambs just over their UAVs.
Thanks, buddy. Do you have a moment?
What's up?
Two groups of demonstrators have clashed. People are running away. There's lots of signs held up. There are even banners flying in the air. They're advertising drones.
What? You're in launched.
Well, yeah, I live here. I never saw the terminal guidance mystery either.
I meant, why aren't you running?
Hey, you guys aren't running, are you?
Damn right.
Trigger won't be able to defend them all.
Running? Wait, running? Yes, those drones aren't running away.
What do you mean?
I'll call you back. Alex, I need you to check something. 45% of sonar buoys dropped. We've lost the tackle! We're their escort. Shield them with your bodies. Enemies locked on. Breaking.
If they get through these waters, there'll be no way to find them.
I've got them in my crosshair. Cross out far from the patrol aircraft. Thanks. I owe ya.
Strider 1, bandit splashed. Target acquired.
Hostile confirmed down. Told you so. Three strikes got her back.
Trigger, the other guys are standing their ground, but in the end, it comes down to you. Do us proud.
70% of sonar buoys dropped.
Just a little more.
All aircraft be advised. Our radars picked up new hostiles.
So they won't be ready until they wipe us out, huh? We're ready to die for this one. Okay, lock acquired. Firing.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
Situation normal. Should we clear the baffles, Captain?
They won't chase by sea. Pursuers will be airborne.
I'm on my target's tail.
Doesn't matter how tough that sub is. Our job remains the same. 95% of sonar buoys dropped.
Strider 1, missile away.
They must be very frustrated right now. It's nearly impossible to find us in these open seas.
Come if you dare, 3 strikes.
That was close.
That's it, Trigger. You're the key to our success.
Shit. Hold on tight, guys.
Confirming new hostiles.
Victory is achieved through perseverance, and persevere we will. Enemy missile inbound. Prepare for impact.
Our patrol aircraft are under attack.
Gotcha, pal.
Damn it, I can't break away.
Target acquired.
Stop extensively now. We're dead. The hostiles are coming after us.
Our patrol aircraft are in trouble.
Hostile acquired.
Missile away.
Hostile almost stopped. Area completed. All of us getting out alive doesn't eliminate our calculations.
You can't really calculate outcomes when you got an X-Factor with you.
So analysis complete. Data links to Alicorn's navigable zone.
Roger that. Displaying the search area on your radar map. The Alicorn's somewhere inside that ring. Activating the MAD. Do you see the waveform indicator above your HUD? Fly over the search area and look for a location that induces a change in the waveform.
Treasure hunting for real, huh?
All aircraft except Trigger. You're on contingent combat air patrol.
Go, Trigger. Leave these chumps to us.
The The MAD won't function at high speeds. Fly slower than 800 kilometers an hour.
The determining measures in the world won't change that. How did that huge thing hide from us all this time?
Okay, Trigger, your MAD's getting something. The waveform on your HUD should have peaked. Turn and fly in the direction where the waveform peaks.
Come on, Sharky. Where are ya?
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
Trigger, your MAD showing a stronger reaction. The Alicorn must be near.
Caution. Pull
You
up.
set the hook. Now you just have to reel it in.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
The submarine may be huge, but it's still gonna be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Picking up a magnetic signature. Signature lost. I'm seeing strong noise in the MAD signal.
Shit. They predicted that we lose the MAD. Seems like this is our contingency.
Does anyone see the source of the noise in the ocean surface? It's likely similar to a buoy.
I don't have a window, so I don't know about buoys, but I'm detecting strong radio sources.
Correct. That's it.
Sending the location of the jamming devices. Destroy them.
Trigger, let's destroy the jamming buoys. They think those cheap toys will help them escape our net? What the? A huge explosion just went off underwater.
That's an explosion. Patrol aircraft, what's happening underwater? Underwater rescue is impossible. We're only training explosion aircraft. The Alicorn will use the noise for cover and head out at full speed.
Destroy the jamming buoys before the enemy submarine escapes.
Full speed ahead. Aye, sir.
Don't let him get away. Keep it up.
Damn it. Sector, I need you to return to the substation again as soon as the noise dies down.
Can we make it?
The last jamming buoy has been destroyed.
How'd it go?
Wait for the sonar buoys to respond.
God damn it.
Collecting intel about the enemy submarine.
Hey, you okay?
Analysis done. Data linking.
Its location is moved. Trigger, I'm sending you the search area. Don't let it get away.
The Alicorn has almost reached the trench. Time's running out.
Hurry.
It's okay. Trigger's already on the hunt.
Confirming more hostile UAVs. They just launched from the Alicorn.
You can launch them underwater?
If you can splash even one, it'll be that much easier for Trigger.
Strider, Cyclops, we don't have much time left.
Don't you worry. Trigger will find it.
Trigger's given me so much cover and I'm still... Shit, I'm just pathetic.
You've reeled it in. Positive hit on the MAD.
That's it.
Strider 1 found the submarine Alicorn.
Yeah! All that flying around paid off.
We ain't done yet. Give it the finishing blow. Target coordinates fired. Coordinates reactor.
Commence preparations to fire the VL Asrock.
VL Asrock ready for launch.
Line of fire is clear. Ready.
Fire all missiles.
Fire!
Missile away.
All anti-submarine missiles launched.
Report the results.
Did we get him?
Alicorn spotted. It's surfacing.
Surfacing? We haven't sunk it.
It's attacking our fleet.
Son of a... We didn't hit him.
What?
You're wrong, Count. Backed him into a corner. They're vulnerable now that they've surfaced. Follow up on Trigger. They're targeting our allies.
Welcome.
Roger.
Welcome.
Prepare to abandon
to a million pieces.
We'll be looking for aircraft as well. Don't flutter about.
Throttle up!
Target's destruction confirmed.
Fire!
The Alicorn fired its railguns.
It's using its main guns for anti-air combat. Start training ASAP. Opening the steam valves. The Alicorn is diving.
Power station damaged. We'll have to surface again soon. We need to shoot down the drones that have been launched.
Stall warning. Missile. Stall warning.
There's no need to retreat. We'll have to kill them all if we are to live. If you wish to live, then you must let go of your life.
Vector Squadron will continue surveillance. We might be able to find some about the surface.
That's more than enough. All aircraft, position yourself to hit the Alicorn as it surfaces.
Righto.
Missile launched.
Sound spotted. Underwater coordinates. Oh yeah, we're the best.
Box 2! Box 2!
Enemy submarine surfacing.
Should you not leave your fears behind at the bottom of the abyss?
Ready to fire! Main gun! Commence fire!
Warning, enemy has a beat on you. Strider 1 has destroyed a railgun.
Awesome! That's one horn snapped off. Direct hit on main gun! Interact! Check the radiation from under 5 minutes. Do we have any coolant leaks? We're thinking even if the reactors no good. Focus on anti-air combat.
All AA guns destroyed.
Yeah!
The Alicorn has launched aircraft. Target hit.
The enemy submarine's outer hull is severely damaged and won't be able to dive like that. Yeah! Alright! Alright! What's going on?
I know this voice. This is the submarine aircraft cruiser Alicorn. We surrender. Stop shooting.
All aircraft, cease fire.
That's a con man talking. I should know.
Let's just sink it!
Negative. We cannot attack those that have surrendered. It's a breach of international law.
I repeat, we surrender.
What do we do?
Weapon use is prohibited.
I hold international law so dearly. We'll no longer be soldiers the moment we don't. Then I'll happily quit my career.
Do not attack.
Stall warning. Caution. Pull up.
We will
Stall
surrender.
warning. Stall warning.
The crew making preparations to be disarmed.
I'm David North, an analyst at the Ocean Intelligence Agency.
Caution.
Captain, we've already jammed the terminal guidance system over ORED. Your shot will miss the mark.
Let me tell you a story. Back when I was a government officer,
Caution.
I had to aim at an enemy ship 30 kilometers away in the middle of a storm. The seas were rough that day, and still I landed one of the 2 shots.
Here's a question. Was your plan elegant? The answer is yes. At least until 3 strikes ruined it.
What do you know of beauty?
They have no intention to surrender. Stop them, Trigger! Hit the barrel, Trigger! Hurry!
Wait, Trigger. Stop attacking immediately.
Charged up.
Target is the ocean capital of Orid. Take the lives of 1 million people 5,000 kilometers away. I really don't care.
It's fired.
It's okay. The shell will miss.
What happened?
That's a blatant violation of orders, you dumbass.
Open that shell.
Aye, sir.
All aircraft, destroy the Alicorn.
Wilco. Alright. Wilco. Understood.
Aim for the base of the rail cannon.
Yes, sir. Can't raise the elevation of the barrel.
3 strikes in the sky is a sign of an ill omen. Captain, all slow ahead. Flood the aft trim tanks.
Sir, the focus the gas first. And now can become the elevation it needs.
Don't you see 3 strikes? 10 million lives will be saved at the cost of a mere million lives.
Liar! You just want to kill people. We won't let you.
Good. Your attacks are hitting the base of the rail cannon.
You just made a statement right there, didn't you, Trigger? Capacity charge at 45%. Pitch angle at +2 degrees.
Give him the answer. Have him take it to the bottom of the ocean.
Don't you see?
Alright!
Target hit. Target hit.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff, Trigger.
Confirming explosion. The rail cannon's been destroyed.
Yeah, baby. Don't you see? 1 million lives!
The Alicorn's hull is severely damaged. No, it's completely split in two.
She really pulled it off.
And that's our final answer.
Pull up.
I see loads of floating objects in the waves. I don't think there are any survivors, Wiseman.
Copy that. The enemy submarine has been destroyed. Operation is complete.
That was unbelievable. Just all of it.
That's right. Yeah.
There are some who send those around them to their doom. Like Captain Mateus Torres was the devil incarnate. There are others. Others who show the way to everyone else. Those who stand at the forefront to cast the light. Those who follow them can't help but feel that they're in the right hands, that they'll make it. This is an era where there isn't a singular answer, like a quiz question. The world awaits a hero to keep the torch aloft, banishing the darkness.
Quite the poet. That's a story I'm gonna have to tell my kid.
All aircraft in David. The operation is complete. Return to base and get some rest. Oh man, finally time for some munchies. Could you hand me the burger over there? Oh, and the knife and fork too, please.
Once I get back to base, I'm heading to the mess hall.
Operation is complete.
Can we celebrate now?
Yeah, good work.
Yeah!
Yahoo! Your next mission's in 32 hours.
Whoa. Not something I tell my son about. Give me a break.
I'm good, Alex. Won't need that wake-up call every 2 hours anymore.
David, only the summary is fine. Give me the report ASAP. I'll hand it to the president.
That's why I haven't slept in the last 80 hours.
78 hours and 52 minutes.
Okay. Well, now to the conclusion. Assuming that 3 strikes is a singularity, why not terminate him?
There is a fact that has been observed in all of the missions 3 Strikes has taken part in. All dependent elements that either mimic or follow the subject have increased chances of survival.
Try to be more sensuous.
Go Trigger's way, he'll make it. He leads the way.
Really?
Significance is high.
That's uncharacteristically illogical of you.
Ha ha ha.
Is that really how you laugh?